Hello and welcome to the Midseason Form Podcast. Boy, we are excited to be here. It is another Thursday night, Saturday morning breakfast with the Austins on Thursday.
Yeah, we're staying true to the Thursdays lately.
We kind of are low key.
It's good. It's been nice. Get back in our
Doing a
rhythm.
really good job of it.
Yeah, get back in our rhythm.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. We're doing really well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are brought to you by so many wonderful sponsors, namely Willis Thompson, dear friend, great support of the show. We're also brought to you by our hat sponsors, Matt and Vicky Schulte, of which we are currently donning for the recording of the episode, as per usual. Always grateful to have that support. We're also brought to you by our phenomenal Premium Platinum Plus member, L-Dog Parks, my father, a great supporter of the show, a great fan, and a great man. Great fan, man.
Great man fan and fan man.
Yeah. We're also brought to you by Greg, the G-Man Latham, your father, another great fan, man, and man fan.
A G-Man fan.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're G-Man fans.
G-Man fan. But
he's a fan of
G-Man.
us.
He is a G-Man who is a fan of man, which is us.
Right. Exactly.
It goes both ways.
You said it perfectly.
Yeah. We're also brought to you by our mothers. Our mothers are great women fan of
Yes, sir.
mans.
Yes, sir.
Which we love to see. We
Yep.
love to do that. Grateful to have that support. Yeah, I mean, should we just go? We're kind of we're in it. We're in football season.
We're in it. We'll do our repre.
So that's repre. Let me make you the host.
Yeah, make me the host, dude.
Change host. It's coming your way, brother.
Okay.
It's all yours.
Should I share?
Share it.
Wait, where's the button to share? There it is.
No, just use the screen.
Hold on. Just 1 second. And boom. Let's go.
Let's go.
Don't want to show that yet. Let's see. Here's a lot of red. But
Yes.
Last week wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Could have been worse.
But it's been worse for me almost every time. So
Sure.
No, it actually 100% has been. So it was my best week, which is not saying a lot. But
You're back
yeah.
up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm back up. There's no doubt about it. I'm getting in the swing of things. Where should I go?
Yeah.
College.
Yep.
Favorite, then underdog?
Yep.
All right. So I'll hit you with our little our recap. I had a Texas -11 versus UTSA, and they did that.
They did that.
It was looking like they weren't going to for quite a while.
Yeah, they started off slow.
UTSA was even up a couple times. I don't think they ever had the lead in the second half, but they did for most of the first half, or it kind of went back and forth in the first half.
Sure.
Texas pulled away, won by 20, I think, like 41-21, something like that.
Sure.
I don't know. I think they had a pick six or something that kind of sealed it, but it was a little sluggish. I didn't really get to watch any of it. I actually 100% didn't watch any of it.
Sure.
There was no reason for me to do that.
No.
But Texas won by more than 11, so I covered.
Yeah. So then it happened.
Yeah. At about the same time, my other game did not go well at all.
Sure.
I had Michigan State +3.5 at Washington, and Washington beat them pretty handily. Michigan State made it look kind of respectable, but I think Washington went up like 17-0 pretty quickly.
Yeah, they went really fast. Yeah,
like really quickly, and I was like, well, that's not going to work out for me, and it didn't. The final was kind of a weird score, and I don't remember it exactly, and it doesn't matter. But
it really doesn't. No.
Washington won by like 10 or so, somewhere in that neighborhood.
More than 3.5.
More than 3.5. Yeah, Michigan State did not cover there, so I went 1-1.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. Like I said, it's my best week. Well, I guess I went 1-1 before in college. But,
sure.
We're even. It's no deal.
It's no deal.
No deal.
Should I go?
Yeah.
College?
Yeah.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Then underdog?
Yeah.
Then my other one?
Then your other one.
Nice. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So for my favorite, I had USC. That's Southern Cal, not South Carolina. -12 versus Fresno State, and they covered that. I didn't watch a single second of it, but they beat them pretty good.
Yeah, like 45-17-ish, something like that.
Yeah, decent margin of victory. So that was a cover by USC of the
Cover burger.
-12. So good for them. My underdog, this one was a crazy game. I had Purdue +1 at Syracuse. That fourth quarter was like insane.
It really was. We were texting about it. I watched pretty much that whole fourth quarter because it was the only good game on in that first stretch.
Yeah. So we had Purdue scored with like less than a minute left to go up by 4. And then 29-25. And then Syracuse went down and scored to win 32-29. So
yeah, with like 7 seconds left.
Yeah. So I mean they Syracuse won by 3, which is more than 1.
Purdue blew it, brother.
They blew it.
Yeah.
You know, it should have been in the bag, but they blew it.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. But hate it for them, but more so I hate it for me.
Right.
So
for completely unselfish reasons.
Right. Of course. Of course. So I had that, but then not so fast. I had another one. I had an SCL, the first stone cold lock of the season.
Yeah.
I had Oklahoma -11 at Nebraska, and they just blew them out. I mean, Nebraska, they didn't even show any signs of life really that I remember. It got out of hand pretty quick.
Except for the first like literally 2 minutes, because Nebraska went up 7-0 and looked like they were really energized and like pumped. And I was like, oh, hold up.
Oh.
But then it just really, really, really quickly just went downhill.
Yeah.
Oklahoma won by like just a lot. Like it was like 49-7 or 14 or I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't really
30
matter.
plus. They won by 30 plus.
Yeah. And so that was more than 11.
It was by more than 11, so you got 2 points for that, brother.
Yeah, so that cover got me 2 points for the SCL.
So you still found a way to gain on me there.
Hey,
it's good for you, brother. It's a good first SCL use.
What's the name of the game? That's the name of the game.
It's a lock. It's a stone cold lock.
Right, and it's pick 'em kind of.
And you did it. So that's that.
Yeah.
What else college wise? I don't really think we need to spend a lot of time on it, to be honest with you.
No, not much happening. I mean,
it was still kind of nothing too crazy. I mean, the App State finish was probably the most exciting thing.
Yeah, that was insane. Yeah, that was crazy.
Hail Mary burger by old Chase Bryce, Grayson kid.
Yeah, Chase Bryce.
Still in college somehow. Good for him.
Yeah.
Shout out Grayson. But yeah, that was the most exciting game probably. I'm trying to think. There really wasn't much else. Like I said, both of our squads had snoozers over smaller schools.
Yeah, no, that's about it.
Georgia looked great again. Florida barely beat South Florida.
Auburn might be bad.
Yeah, that's true. That was a big game, or at least like a hyped game, but Penn State beat them handily. The final was 41-12, I think.
Yeah, 41-12.
It was Auburn looks pretty bad. Their quarterback situation's a mess. Finley sucks. He got benched.
Yeah.
Auburn looks bad, which you hate to see, man.
Oh, dude, I hate it for them.
Yeah. But anything else, really?
No,
that's fine.
Yeah.
Should we do NFL?
Yeah.
Want me to go?
Yeah.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Then underdog?
Yeah.
Okay. So for my favorite, I had Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers.
Bucks.
-2.5 at New Orleans.
Oh.
And they covered that. For a while, I didn't think they were going to. Super low scoring, like a lot of NFL games have been so far. I think it was like 6-3 at half or something like that. 6-6. I don't really remember, but super low scoring. Tampa Bay couldn't really do anything. I think they scored like 2 touchdowns in a very short span in the fourth quarter to kind of put it away.
Yeah.
And I forgot the final, but it does not matter because they definitely won by.
Like that.
What was that?
20-10, I think, something like that.
Sounds fine. Don't interrupt me, but that sounds fine.
It doesn't matter. I can promise you that.
It does not. They did cover, so I got that.
Nice.
Good for them, even though I don't like either of those teams.
Sure.
My underdog, just like college, did not go so well. I had Seattle +9.5 at San Francisco. And similar to my college pick, San Francisco was up went up pretty big. It was like, again, like 17-0 ish or something like that. Again, I don't know the final. No, wait, 27-7 sounds right to me.
Sure.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Maybe. But yeah, Seattle never really had a chance. They couldn't score. And San Francisco scored more than them.
Yeah.
More than 10 more of them.
Sure. More of it.
More of that. So
yeah,
I did not get that. So again, 1-1, no deal.
No deal. That's no deal.
Yep.
Cool. Should I go?
Yeah.
NFL?
Yeah.
Favorite?
Yeah.
NFL?
Yeah.
Okay. So for my favorite, I had Cleveland -6 at the Jets. This was kind of a crazy game. The Browns definitely choked bad.
Yeah.
They were up 30-17, I think, with like a minute and a half left or something crazy like that, or like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Um,
2 very late touchdowns.
Yeah, Chubb. So everyone was kind of pissed. Chubb could have just like not scored the touchdown and just kind of ran out the clock, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But and then so the Jets get the ball back. They go down, score, onside kick, and got it, which is crazy. We don't see that very often.
No.
And then touchdown to Garrett Wilson, who was on my bench in fantasy, but I still won. But he got me 30 points on the bench.
See, I have Chubb, so I was gonna say I wasn't mad that he did that, but I lost by like 3 points, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that happened, and then the Jets won by 31-30. So
they sure did. A little upset burger. A little upset
game.
Yeah.
They like I said, the Browns choked that one away. So I missed that one, and then my underdog also missed this one. I had Pittsburgh +2 versus New England at home. I think it was it's kind of an ugly game.
Yeah.
New England won by 3.
Yeah, 17-14, I think.
17-14. Ugly game. You could kind of tell that the Stillers were really missing TJ Watt with that pec injury, but
that's a 1-point loss for you, brother.
That's a 1-point loss, but they had some chances too, and they couldn't get it done, and they're kind of dead to me in a way.
Right. Which is fair.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way it is.
It is, yeah. That's just how it goes. Should we do a quick scoreboard look?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind it.
So it's still not great for me. College, I'm up to 2 points, baby. We're slowly climbing.
We're bad at NFL.
Yeah, well, I'm also bad at college so far.
Well, you're just getting your feet wet.
I'm getting my feet wet. I'm up to 2 points. You're at 6.5 because you got 2 points with the SCL, so you still gained on me. So you're 6.5 to 2. NFL, yeah, we're both 1-3 after 2 weeks. So see if we can right the ship. But hey, like you said, we're getting our feet wet, and we've had less time for the NFL.
Right.
But now we're understanding it, and we know the lines better. And we understand that because that's how these work.
Now we're locked in.
We're locked in.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1-1 in the NFL. So total, you're up 7.5 to 3. So you still got a pretty comfortable lead early here, brother.
Well, it's anyone's ball game.
But it is anyone's ball game.
Right.
And that's where I was going next.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we do a little precap?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to go?
Yeah.
College?
Yeah.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Then underdog?
Yeah.
And then it'll be your turn. Psych.
Nice.
It will not be your turn.
Not so fast.
Well, teaser, although it's not a teaser, because if you're watching, to the 2 other people that might be watching,
Yeah.
you can see what I've got going on here.
See it.
But real quick, my favorite, I've got Eastern Michigan -6 versus Buffalo.
Nice.
It's really random, and it is. But I'll tell you this. Eastern Michigan just beat Arizona State.
Shoot. Oh, and Herm got fired on the field, right?
Got Herm Edwards fired. Now, does that mean that Eastern Michigan will now look terrible and lose to Buffalo? Yes. But not that too.
They could also win by a touchdown.
They could also win by a touchdown, and I'm fine. But yeah, that was one reason. The other reason, Buffalo is really bad. I was looking at their scores; they're pretty bad. It looked like, so I figured Eastern Michigan can win by a tutty at home.
Sure. Why not?
Obviously, have decent talent if they beat a Pac-12 school.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think, right?
I mean, it's a Pac-12, but still. So yeah, I'm going Eastern Michigan -6 versus Buffalo. Book it.
Boom. nice.
For my underdog, I'm going some Big Ten action here.
Uh,
Going Rutgers plus 7.5 at home versus Iowa. Now, I don't want to watch any of this game, and I won't
no, I'm not going to.
because it's Rutgers and Iowa.
Right.
But I feel good about it because Iowa cannot score.
Sure.
They haven't so far. They'll probably put up like 40 this week somehow, but they really, really struggle scoring the ball. So Rutgers getting 7.5 at home, I feel pretty good about that.
You got to think, yeah.
You got to think. So yeah, that's really it. So I'm going to go Rutgers plus 7.5 versus Iowa. Book it.
Boom. Okay, that's
SCL,
go.
No, brother.
Oh, not so fast.
Not so fast, my friend. I'm doing an SCL here. I gotta get going. I mean, this could obviously come back and bite me, but I gotta get some points on the board. I'm going with the team you just talked about that treated you well last week. I hope they treat me well this week.
Yeah.
USC -6 at Oregon State.
Sure.
We talked about this line earlier in the week. It seems low, which is odd.
It's very low.
Very low. I mean, I know it's at Oregon State, and I think Oregon State's 3-0 as well. But I mean, it's still Oregon State.
It is. It definitely is.
It's still Oregon State, and USC looks good. Caleb Williams is, probably a top 3 Heisman candidate right now.
Yeah, he's a good ball player.
He's a good ball player. Their offense is clicking. I mean, yeah, I could see it being a close game and Oregon State giving them a fight, but
sure.
USC look at this Snoofler.
It's a snoofer.
Those of you that aren't watching, shame on you because you can't see Jude right now.
We got this snoofer.
But yeah, I mean, USC just win by a tutty. That's all we need.
That's all you have to do.
That's all we have to do. So I'm going Stone Cold Lock, taking a risk. USC -6 at Oregon State. Book it.
Boom. Nice.
That's it.
Should I go?
Yeah.
College?
Yeah.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Then underdog?
Yeah.
Okay, so for my favorite in college, I'm going with the team that treated me well last week. So I'm riding with them. I'm sticking with them. I'm going Oklahoma. They're at minus, I think they're at 12.5 last time I saw them.
Yeah.
Oklahoma minus 12.5 at Kansas State. Kansas State just lost to Tulane.
Yeah.
I mean,
so another strange line. It
Yeah.
seems like it should be higher.
Yeah, and Oklahoma, I mean, I don't know. They look fine. It's hard to say. I mean, they haven't really played anyone that great yet,
Right.
But
I mean, they did just go on the road last week and dominated. So I don't know what people are seeing in Kansas State here, but
yeah.
hey,
So
maybe Vegas knows something, brother.
hey, I don't think they do though.
But they might not.
No.
I think you're good.
Yeah. So I hope so.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm going Oklahoma minus 12.5 at Kansas State. Book it. Boom. My next one. So there are like 2 that I like, and I kind of like that you did like just a random game, the Eastern Michigan and Buffalo.
Yeah.
Should I do that too for my underdog, or should I not?
Yeah.
Actually?
Yeah. You can flip a coin again.
Okay.
Or flip whatever.
This side is going to be random game. This one will be SEC game. It went SEC.
You wanted to be random though. I could tell.
I did.
Hey, you can do whatever your heart desires, brother.
No, I am not going to though. I'm going with the SEC one. I'm going to go Arkansas +2 at Texas A&M. Arkansas is coming off a weird game. Missouri State, they almost lost, but they came out on top. Yeah, I don't know. Texas A&M is coming off a nice win against Miami. So, I don't know. I think Arkansas is pretty good. I like KJ, the QB. Yeah. Texas A&M, who knows? They might be good. They also might be really bad. So
their offense still is not good.
Yeah, still questionable on offense. So, I don't know. Hopefully Arkansas can at least lose by 1. Or
you can only hope, right?
Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. But I'm going to Arkansas +2 at Texas A&M. Book it.
Real quick, though, I realized that I even typed that A&M. It's actually in Dallas.
Oh, I forgot to play that.
Does that change your? That actually helps you, if anything.
I feel like it does.
Because it's not at A&M.
Arkansas is faster when they're playing on that turf in Dallas,
Exactly. Now it is in Texas,
which is where
but
Texas
no, it's
A&M is.
yeah. So they've got home state advantage.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, it's in the old Jerry World. They've been doing that for a while now.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's in Jerry World.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
did you still want to? Did you book it?
I did book it. Should I rebook it?
No,
Yeah.
it's booked. It's booked.
Okay.
It's
All right.
booked.
No deal.
Do you want to talk about anything else in college real quick?
I mean, the Vols, we got Florida coming to town. It's gonna be wild.
Game day.
Game day's coming. They're doing the checkerboard stadium again.
Oh shoot. Yeah, it's a big SEC East game early on.
Yeah, so the Gators coming to town. We'll see. I'm a little nervy. Got a few
Vols
bullets
should
flying by.
roll based on how the two teams have looked, but I know Florida's won 5 straight.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like teams are better whenever they play us. So
And there you got to think there's something to that.
you gotta think, man. You have to think.
What's the common denominator there?
No, I don't think that Anthony Richardson is good.
He's actually been pretty bad.
He's been bad, but this seems like the time where he would kind of get right and be really good. And also, if he gets out and runs, I mean, obviously he can.
Yeah, I mean, that's all he's done well so far. I mean, I haven't gotten to watch a ton of Florida, but I know he still doesn't have a touchdown pass, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And he's throwing like 4 or 5 picks already.
Yeah, and our defense, I don't think it's very good.
Yeah, that's big if true. But I
so
don't know, really. I think the Vols will win. But hey, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I'm only going to say this once. I really hope we win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good thing you're only saying that once.
Yeah.
So that's a big one. What else we got? Bama's got Vandy. Should be a snoozer. Better be a snoozer.
Ought to
be a snoozer. I don't know. Arkansas A&M is a big one. We already talked about it. I feel like there's another one that I'm not really.
Clemson and Wake Forest.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into that sort of thing,
right.
that's a good noon game, you know.
Yeah, nice warm up game.
Nice warm up game for us. I don't know. Is that it?
That's about it. Yeah.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. Should we do NFL?
Yeah.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Then underdog?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for my favorite, I'm going Kansas City -5.5 at Indianapolis. The biggest reason here is the Colts look really bad so far. They tied with the Texans and then they got shut out by the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And Matt Ryan has been pretty bad.
Yeah, 3 picks.
3 picks last week. Didn't score a point against the Jags.
It's tough luck.
Kansas City's good. I mean, I know it's at Indianapolis, but -5.5 seems fairly low to me.
Too easy.
But it's also a little scary because a lot of people like. I'm not gonna say high on the Colts, but the Colts, you know, it was like sort of a dark horse Super Bowl pick.
Sure.
And it's like they're 0-2 and look bad. So like, when are they gonna turn it around? And like, it could be now.
It could be.
But it's not going to be. I'm going Kansas City -5.5 at Indianapolis. Book it.
Oh, nice.
For my underdog, I really had a tough time finding an underdog I liked. But this one's easy to me. It's an easy money, easy lock. New England +3 versus Baltimore. I don't really have a lot of reasoning other than
it could happen.
It could happen. New England's at home. That's a big thing, I guess. You're getting 3 points at home. They haven't done a lot on offense, but Baltimore, I still don't really know about Baltimore. They beat the Jets week 1, and then last week they lost a crazy shootout against the Dolphins.
Yeah, that was
so the Ravens defense hasn't looked super good. I know that specifically because they're my fantasy defense.
Sure.
They did get me a tutty though and some turnovers, but they gave up a lot of points in yardage. So I don't know. I like New England getting 3 points at home, I guess. So I'll go New England +3 versus Baltimore. Book it.
Boom. Should I go?
Yeah.
NFL?
Yeah.
Favorite?
Yeah.
Then underdog?
Yeah.
Okay, so for my favorite, I'm taking the LA Chargers -7 at home versus the Jaguars of Jacksonville. So the Jaguars, you know, they're traveling out west. So California, technically a different time zone. then Jacksonville.
Technically.
That's a long way to travel. I don't know. The Chargers are good. Hopefully Herbert plays. He hurt his ribs in that Thursday night game against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But hopefully the extra time off, since they played on last Thursday, will help him. And he'll play, and they'll win by more than 7.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm.
It's a tough number.
Yeah. I mean, I think their defense of the Chargers, they should be good on paper, but they haven't been that great this year.
It's coming.
But they will this week, probably, maybe.
Yeah, maybe so, but maybe not.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I'm going the Chargers -7 versus the Jags. Book it. Boom. Yeah, my underdog, I'm going with the Washington Commanders, the Commies, +6.5 versus the Eagles. Now, listen to me. The Eagles are pretty good.
Super Bowl, baby.
I think, yeah, some people are like really, really high on them. I do think they're good. I think, the former OU quarterback, Jalen Hurts, I think he's a pretty good player. Yeah, I don't know. People are just super high on them. They're riding pretty high right now. And the Commanders are at home. The Commanders aren't as bad as they usually are.
Sure.
They got Carson Wentz at the helm now. And they still got some guys that can play some defense as well. So
because they got a lot of Tide boys.
Well, you got to think,
That's cool. A Tide quarterback going up against all those Tide defensive players. That's cool.
Is the backup for Philadelphia from?
Yeah, right, dude.
So for that reason, I'm going with the Commies +6.5 versus the Eagles. Book it.
Boom.
Nice.
Is there anything? I guess we didn't really do a recap for NFL last week, which is fine. But should we do we want to do a pre-cap for any other NFL action?
No.
I mean, I feel like I should always mention the Falcons. We're still out west playing Seattle.
Yeah.
Found another heartbreaking way to lose this past week. Well, heartbreaking is pretty a harsh word.
Yeah.
Because that would mean that like you cared that much.
Right.
But of course we were down 20-3, which was really fun to see.
Yeah.
But actually the Rams almost pulled the Falcons.
Yeah, they did. They tried
really close. Gave us a shot, and then we threw a jump ball to who was it?
It was that random dude.
Was it the Hodge guy?
Yeah. The point is that it wasn't Kyle Pitts or Drake London. I think.
Right. But yeah, so it was like, oh wait, now this would be a really crazy. This would be like opposite of what we normally do. So this could be cool. Yeah. But then it was like, psych.
Nope.
No, you're still gonna lose after we got your hopes up. So, but yeah, they're in Seattle this week. The line's even. It's a pick'em game because Seattle's pretty bad. Seattle was favored, but obviously the money's coming in on the Falcons.
Yeah, I think it was like -2 last time I looked.
Yeah, that's a pretty big move, honestly, for NFL. Yeah, people love the Falcons, man.
Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, sir.
Easy to bet. It's easy to bet on them, man.
Yeah, it is. It is for sure.
But yeah, you got that going on, and other games will happen too.
Yeah, my Raiders are taking on the Titans.
Yeah, that's too. You kind of like the Titans too. That's what you just said, I guess, because you said yeah. But they're both 0-2.
I just did something bad.
Did I?
There we go. We're back in.
We have 10 minutes left.
Yep.
Perfect. But yeah, your Raiders are off to a slow start, man.
Yeah, they're gonna right the ship though. You got to think.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Do you want to do an ad break?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're also brought to you by Carter Cross, our dear friend, great support of the show. We're also brought to you by Barra Slevins. I saw her last weekend.
Heyo.
Doing well.
Good to hear.
She's still a great supporter of the show. We love her to death. We're also brought to you by Tommy P, dear friend. I did not see him last weekend, but he is still a good man and good supporter. We're also brought to you by Cody Braun, another great guy, great supporter of the show. We love him to death. Yeah, I mean, moving on, should we talk some hardball?
We'll talk some hardball. I feel like it's been a while, and we're kind of getting down to we're down to a couple weeks left in the season.
Well, it's the nitty gritty is what it is.
We're down to the nitty gritty. That's what they call it. We're down to it for sure. I'm gonna do a little relocation here.
That'd be
But
fun.
but yeah, we'll talk some hardball. The Braves are in a crazy race like they've been for pretty much. Well, I was gonna say all year, but that's not true. But
Sure.
for the last couple months, it's been super tight,
Sure.
and we're still a game behind those pesky Mets.
Yeah.
But yeah, brother. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I feel like for the past 2 weeks, you could parlay. We could have been parlaying like the Braves and Mets both win or both lose, and we'd be rich.
We should have done that.
We should have done that, and that's a normal thing to bet on.
Right.
So if only we would have just pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been a game behind for a long time. The good news is they've played 2 more games than us.
Yeah. True that.
So we're tied in the loss column.
Yeah. That's good news.
So, and one of those days that we play when they don't is today. We
Yeah.
play at Philly with Freed going.
Yeah. Come on
So
now.
we can win today and get it down to half game.
Yeah.
Put some pressure on the Mets. Wouldn't mind it.
I would not mind that one bit.
Would not mind it. But some more good news. We have clinched a playoff spot.
Yeah. We're back in the playoffs.
2 days ago we clinched. So we're in no matter what, but we got to get that division, brother.
We have to, brother.
I mean, I guess we don't have to. We could go in as a wild card, but
We need to get it though, because that'd be nice.
it would be nice. It's preferable.
When do we play the Mets?
Next, like not this coming weekend,
Next weekend.
and next weekend. It's going to come down to that. It seems like that would have been the last series of the season, but because of the lockout at the beginning, there's an extra series at the end. So we play Miami after, and they play the Nationals. So it'll be interesting to see how that comes into factor.
I think that will be interesting to see how that plays
But
out.
no, they come to Old Truist next weekend, and that's going to be for all the marbles.
That's going to be a huge series.
It's going to be a huge series.
That's the nitty gritty we've been talking about.
That is the nitty gritty that we've been talking about. Yeah, I mean, is there anything else we want to touch on? Oh, Ozzy came back and then immediately got hurt again, so that was not cool.
That was tough to see. Olsen and Riley have been bad.
Yeah, especially Olsen. He's finally moved down to the 5 spot today. Put Travie in the 4 hole. So he finally was moving him around because he's been really bad.
Yeah.
Riley, you said too, he's been not as bad, but
Sure.
for Austin Riley standards, he's been slumping pretty bad for about a month.
Yeah.
Ronnie's bat's starting to heat up a little bit, I feel like. That's good.
It's starting to come around.
Getting some more oppo power and whatnot,
Sure.
which you love to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to get the other bats going for the nitty gritty here.
Yeah, we do. Because we're coming down to the nitty gritty.
Or coming down to it, as we've said multiple times here. So
yeah.
What else do we want to mention?
Yeah, I mean that's about it.
Yeah, it's the nitty gritty.
Yeah, it's just that's what it is, it's the nitty gritty. I mean, I should say this. I mean, I have to say this. I do feel good about our rotation going into a playoff series.
Yeah, the way you can do it right now, I mean, who knows exactly what we'll do, but you can have a Freed, Strider, right?
Yeah, hello.
I mean, and then you've got also, I know Morton, he's been better the second half, just like last year, been better the second half than the first half, but hasn't been a super great year, but he's still Charlie Morton, and he pitched well in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
And he's a veteran. So, I mean, you've got him that would really be kind of your number 4 right now.
Sure.
It's a good spot to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got to feel good about that. The only part of the pitching situation that I don't feel good about is Kinley. I do not like Kinley Jansen.
Yeah, you're not alone in that. It's been kind of a struggle for about like a 2 or 3 week stretch.
Yeah,
it was really bad.
Yeah.
And he even talked about it. He just like couldn't find his cutter, and it was just a lot of. So it was just more of 93 like over the middle of the zone, which doesn't really work against big league hitters.
Yeah, it's not actually good.
So he's given up a lot of home runs. He blew a few saves here in this nitty gritty stretch.
Right, and we're in the nitty gritty.
We're coming too soon.
Yeah, we'll be there pretty soon.
But yeah, it was. He righted the ship a little bit, but then there was still he's still a little shaky. Still a little shaky.
But
I wish it would go Iglesias as closer, but we're clearly not going to do that. So,
yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I mean that's pretty.
Braves.
Yeah, it's the nitty gritty segment.
This is the nitty gritty segment. Go Braves and win the division.
Yeah, go do it. Yeah.
I guess I should have stopped sharing a long time ago.
Yeah, if you'd like to.
Good thing it matters.
No. Yeah.
We got 3 minutes. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Should I do another ad break real quick?
Yeah.
We're also brought to you by Marvin and Phyllis Holland, great supporters of the show. They love the show, and the show loves them right back. Grateful to have that support. Now it's time for our last and most faithful segment, Extra Innings. You're out. I don't know why I still do that. We haven't done any sound effects for anything else for like a year.
Hey, bro, that's all good.
I still kind of like it though.
You're kind of your own. You're kind of your own. It's their own sound effect, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to go?
Do you want? I can.
I figured we could just talk about the thing.
Yeah, let's just talk about the thing. It'll be a dual extra inning.
Yeah, we only got a couple minutes, but yeah, crazy story coming out of Utah, if you can believe that. Out in Utah, we had a student arrested for threatening to detonate a nuclear reactor on campus if the football team lost to San Diego State, I believe is who they got this weekend.
Yeah. No. It was last weekend.
Oh yeah. Last weekend.
Thankfully they won.
Yeah, thankfully, thank God. Thank God they won.
They won, so all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty wild. 21-year-old female student. I mean, that's extreme.
I
but
never would have guessed it. I never would have guessed it.
Never would have guessed it. But hey, she loves her Utes, man.
Yeah, I mean, you got to respect it, I guess.
Got to respect it. My question is though, and I don't know enough about this stuff, is why is there a nuclear reactor on their campus?
I mean, I guess like, I don't know, scientists use those things for stuff.
Yeah, but it's just, I guess we need to get someone close to that field and to talk to us about that. So if you know what I could do? I could see if my buddy David Blunt, who lives out there in Salt Lake, who actually does grad school, he's doing grad school at Utah. See if he knows anything about that.
Yeah, see what he knows.
Yeah, see how close he is to the nuclear weapons that they have out there.
Yeah, and we'll talk to him about that.
So let's put a pin in that.
You know what? I would love to put a pin in that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, pretty wild story. You can't do that. So she was super arrested.
Yeah, and
I don't know. Do you know what medium did she make the threat? Like, did she like post it?
No, it was a large threat. It was not medium at all.
Like, I don't know if it was social media or what, but
I don't know. I have no idea. I would assume so, but I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, those people in Utah, they're crazy. All of them. Yeah.
Salt of the earth out there, though.
Oh yeah, good people. Good people. Love them to death, but they're crazy. But yeah, we got 17 seconds, but that's all I got. So yeah. Well, thanks for listening, and we will talk to you another time, maybe.